And what a matchup we have for you tonight here on Throwdown Thursday night. The hapless Natives taking on the undefeated Dukes. Will history change course tonight? Or are we in for more of the same? Find out along with me, your boy in the booth, Skip Lloyd, coming to you live from the rabbit hole here in Albuquerque. And as usual of late, we're here with you live on Throwdown Thursday night. You'll be getting a double dose of your boy. Tomorrow night, as I'll be swapping places with the commissioner for some frenzy while he handles Smash Mouth this weekend. But for now, it's all about this inter-conference showdown here on the Throwdown. The Natives had quite the season last year, and so did the Dukes. Both teams made it deep into the playoffs. The Natives made it to the Apex Conference Championship game. Meanwhile, the Dukes made it all the way to the Rivals Cup. Tonight, the Dukes have picked up where they left off. 4 straight to start the season. Meanwhile, the Natives have yet to get one up on the board. Last year's Rookie of the Year quarterback Russell Watson has every opportunity and every inch of talent needed to turn things around, but as you see his stats here, pedestrian to start the year, just like the rest of this Natives team, which has caused some controversy in the locker room. A little bit more on that later, but for now, 1st and 10. Thanks so much for joining us. Let's get this thing underway. Watson out of the shotgun, gonna scramble right away off to his left-hand side. He's got the first down and up to the 40 slides. 20 yards out of the gate by Russell Watson. He was one of the leading rushing quarterbacks last season, partially what helped him earn that Rookie of the Year nod. You got to wonder, with everything that's gone wrong so far for the Natives, is it the problem at quarterback, or is it a symptom of something else as they now get a false start penalty? Don't forget, this team had a GM or owner really, that sold their stake in the team and moved on right as the preseason was getting underway, and the team has been reeling since. Lost all of their preseason games, have lost all of their regular season games, but hey, there's a nice completion from the former Rookie of the Year, one of the lone bright spots on the team, but as you saw in his stats, it's clearly not enough to get any wins so far. Handing off to Lewis Montana, certainly one of the bright spots for this team. Montana is a north-south running back, knows how to lower the shoulder, drop the boomstick. 1st and 10, they are beyond the 50-yard line. With Montana still in the backfield, got a bit of a power set. Ooh, jumping on the line again. 2 false start penalties right here on the opening drive. Not what you want to see. That is last year's first-round pick for the Natives, Anthony Olson at left guard. 1st and 15, play action. Watson got time, but he's got nowhere to go. Getting chased down. That's the rookie, Marquise Vanette, getting the sack and flexing some, showing this rabbit hole home crowd that he's got that twitchy jackalope speed coming off the edge. Coach Shelby does a great job with rotating his 4-down defensive linemen. They're always fresh when they're hitting the field, and it's certainly something that he said he wants to continue to improve their pass rush. It was a formidable part of their defense last season, maybe not as effective so far this season, whereas the Dukes have relied much more on their offense so far this season. A little bit of a flip-flop for them, but Coach Shelby certainly a defensive mastermind at heart, and he said he wants to improve that pass rush. Meanwhile, the screen pass getting out in the flat, not nearly enough. That's going to be a 4th down, so a nice stop by the defense on that one. Richard Clemens on the screen, 11 yards short. Now we're going to have the rookie punter, J.J. Biggers, punting it away. And it's going to go out of the back of the end zone. Or I'm sorry, that's Cliff Davey. J.J. Biggers plays for the Hoplites. Cliff Davey on the punt. Meanwhile, somebody who definitely plays for the Dukes, the face, Smokey Smith. I believe at this point he is the leading passer in the league, as much as some people may not want to hear it. He'll be happy to tell you he leads the league in passing yards. Nice play there for another talented player. Neo Judkins, the rookie halfback, first-round pick for the Dukes. 2nd and 8 after the Judkins run there. Dumps it off. Third and 6. Smokey fires complete over the middle. Clint Snyder, big second-year tight end, making a nice play right there. It's hard to miss Clint Snyder, all 6'7" of them. And as the commish said, don't forget your upgrade purchases for players and GMs are due by Saturday night, right after the Smash Mouth game. If you noticed, he mentioned League HQ. Who has been finding himself on the receiving end, pun intended, of some very big plays to keep the Dukes undefeated so far through their first 4 games. And just like that, almost got the touchdown there, just short of the goal line. Smokey out of the shotgun, looking, and he gets sacked. Huge play there. I believe that's Tim Peterson getting the sack on that one, bringing him back to around the 6-yard line, 2nd and goal. Tim Peterson, the bag man on that one. Smith got time, throws it, complete. They're going to say he's short. It looked like he caught it, but they're going to say he is short of the end zone. Man, right down at the 1 or half-yard line right there. See if they go power run with Neo, and just like that, he walks in because he is the one, and he is hula hooping right now. It's just that easy. Everybody's getting in, doing a little hula now. Dukes going up just like that. That drive made it look all too easy. Now you could argue that this looks like a trap game for the Dukes with 4-0 versus 0-4, but a 9-play, 79-yard drive in 4.5 minutes for a touchdown. That seems like they're pretty ready for this game. The hula hoop, more like the hula hop, huh? Hula hop? See what I did there? Return out to the 15, and here comes the natives again. Under center, got the fullback Matt Foster in here. Getting a nice run for Montana right there. Powering forward. Last week had 100 yards on the ground and then some. 109 in the touchdown. Still wasn't enough to get the job done. And it seems like they've just not been able to figure it out so far, the natives, that is. You look at their first 4 games, the Natives lost week 1 on Throwdown Thursday night to the Brawlers, lost week 2 on Smash Mouth Saturday night to the Law, lost week 3 to the Marauders, and lost last week to the Mob in a battle of 2 teams who were 0-3. So you got to think the Natives are due at some point to get a win, but right now, Montana running into the backs of his linemen. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Montana looking a little winded. Got time, lets one go, blocked, swatted away. Is that Bart Edwards, the safety, reaching his hand in there and swatting it away. Punt is off. Returned up past the 25. Neo Judkins has also looked exceptional so far on the season. He is number 1 for the Dukes here at running back. And a pistol set for Smokey Smith, bringing a receiver in motion. Play action. He shakes off the defender. Smokey running it. Something we do not see a lot from him, but number 9 picking up 9 on first, leaving them with 2nd and 1. Nice escapability, climb in the pocket from Smokey Smith. Play action, booting out, checks it down, but he gets the first down and then some. Nice play there. They've certainly opened up this offense a bit more this season. Seems like the whole team's starting to gel a little bit. I say that as he gets rocked up the middle by the linebacker pressure. That's Nick Duvall coming untouched up the gut. But the addition of Neo Judkins seems to have really opened up this offense, as Smokey trying to throw on the run there and Duvall in on the play again. Going empty set for 3rd and 10 here. No real Mike linebacker. Everybody kind of spread thin. Oh, no, intercepted. It was tipped in the air, bobbled, and turned over. Absolutely huge play by Keenan Russell. And the Natives have something they desperately needed and have not gotten much of, which is a turnover. Look at this. Throw into Mitchell. Russell tips it to himself and has the presence of mind to catch it. Mitchell tackles him right away. And that is going to give the Natives a chance to do something here with pretty good field position. So let's see if they can move this ball. Montana getting off tackle, only 2 yards. Now, like we said, the Natives have struggled so far this season, but it's sort of been a different poison pill every week. Week 1, couldn't score. Week 2, couldn't hold off the Law from scoring. Same with week 3. They were able to get 24 points on the board, but the Marauders put up 34. Then they gave up 34 the next week to the Mob while they managed to not be able to score. So the Natives have just not been able to get out of first gear, and they're suddenly looking at a full quarter of the season gone by with nothing to show for it. 4th and 8, just like that. They do absolutely nothing with the turnover. Not that he wants to, but Smokey, with that luck, could throw a couple more, and seems like the Natives don't know what to do with it when they get it back. Nice bounce there. Going to probably end up being fielded right around the 20, maybe just short. Already 8 rushing touchdowns for Neo Judkins on the season, which is incredible when you think about the fact that this is only week 5. With 25 seconds about to be left when they snap it out of a pistol set. Smokey getting pressured, and he's sacked. Leo Ash from the defensive tackle spot. Oh, he's going to sit there and enjoy a little page turner, have a cup of tea. Said he had so much time to get to Smokey Smith and bag him. Speaking of bagged, that's 1 quarter bagged. Somebody's blocking the camera. Get out of the way. There you go. It's Throwdown Thursday night here on the Rivals Broadcast Network. I'm your boy Skip Lloyd. And if you're checking us out in the chat, then you may be fortunate enough to get some credits. We'll find out if the commissioner's feeling benevolent. 2nd and 20 after the sack. Trying to hand off to Pollard. Or I'm sorry, Tomlinson. I don't know why I said Pollard. Tomlinson. 3rd and 22. Not a good look. Going empty again here. Got quads left for Smokey Smith, and he's going to check it down on the screen to Judkins. Getting some space, but clearly not enough. They were just trying to make some room for the punter. Stalling out a little bit here in the early goings of the second quarter, as we're going to see a punt-a-palooza back and forth. Gets a good one off. Return from the 30 out to about the 39-yard line. Louis Montana and company coming back out here. Let's see him do something with it. Come on, boys. Play action. Checking it down to the fullback, Matt Foster. Rare to see a fullback drafted at all, but they took him in, what, the 5th round, 6th round, somewhere in there this past draft. Fullback out of Michigan. Montana, not exactly a shake and bake artist, but he does enough to get the first down, which, boy, did they need that. They're beyond the 50. Love this beautiful Navajo pattern on the field here. Watson throws it incomplete, swatted down. Trying to hit Noble. A noble effort, you could say. Lots of noise here in the rabbit hole. And off to Montana again out of the shotgun. Only gets a yard. Nice defense there by the Dukes. 3rd and 9. This is where they'd really like to pin those bunny ears back and get after the quarterback. Let's see if they can get there. They bring him in. At least force the pressure. Huge play there by Cooper. And you wonder if they're missing Scott Tyson at all, who's now with the Wildcats. But it used to be Cooper and Tyson coming off the edge on those obvious passing downs. But the youngster, Van Etten, already got a sack tonight. First and 10 from the 20, staying in that pistol look. Play action. Oh, he's going to get lucky, throws it away. Well, smart, not lucky. You hear me talk about it every week, I feel like. That's what separates a lot of the quarterbacks in this league. Can you get rid of it, or do you take the sack? That time he got rid of it, but so far tonight he's taking the sack, and that doesn't matter. He hit Josh Mitchell down to the 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Walk it in. Touchdown, Duke. Smokey Smith uncorking a laser beam to Josh Mitchell. And he rips that one and runs right up Albie's nose. That's ALBUQUERQUE, the Duke's mascot, and he just ran right over him on his way to 6 points. And there's probably no more gimme kicker in the league than Farmer. So obviously that one is good. 14-0 here as Zach Farmer taps in the extra point, and now we'll kick it away. Duke's up 14-0 with 10:21 still to go here in the first half. Natives have not managed much of anything so far tonight on offense. See if this drive can do something different for them. Play action, quick throw, can't hold on. It's a tough one. Cameron Noble twice now, they've tried to hit the tight end that came over from Buffalo in a trade. He's not been able to hold on. 3rd and 6. Shotgun set, still got Montana staying in the block. Throws it complete, no, he drops it. And that time it's Michael Ruiz, can't hold on. They are not doing their quarterback any favors. Dukes walking it back out. Seeing what the one might have up his sleeve. Or is it just another Smokey Smith strike? Smokey erasing that early interception with the laser throw. Smokey flushed out of the pocket, throwing across his body. Dangerous. Smokey feeling a little something. Trying to really work against mechanics and physics and everything there. That is a crazy throw. This one a little more under control. Only getting 2 yards though. 3rd and 8, shotgun set. Judkins back in there with him. Snyder going in motion right to left. Smokey throws it complete to Orlando Richards, who has just been so clutch for the Dukes this season. And there's another big catch. Big throw, big catch. Yeah, he was draped by the defender there. Still, the little guy brought it in. Big play. Small man, big play. Hand off to Judkins. He's got space. Look at his feet keep churning. Oh, it wasn't Judkins. I thought it was. It was Tomlinson. Running like Judkins there. That's Judkins. Also running hard. Had to get a couple more than his stablemate. Didn't want your old boy Skip to look bad calling the wrong guy, so when he gets in there, he immediately gets up in there. That's right. Oh, great 1-2 punch at running back. Oh, and he throws to Richards down the seam. Smokey already over 200 yards. Orlando Richards is just tough to contain. Empty set on 1st and goal. Smokey fires it. Finds Snyder near the back pylon. Touchdown, Albuquerque. Don't draw it up any better than that. Trying to get Nick Duvall, who's every inch of 5'11", to chase down a 6'7" tight end on an outbreaking route with no help from the safety. Yeah, that one's drawn up in the dirt. That's a tutty almost every time. Smokey puts it on the money. 7 plays, 75 yards. Man, the Dukes are on the warpath. They are certainly a steamroller right now. And it's easy to say, oh, well, they're playing the natives. Well, you play the team that's on your schedule. Nobody gives you much credit when you play tough teams, but they want to take the credit away when you play maybe not as tough teams. Every team can still surprise you and win. We got a rookie of the year at quarterback right now, so don't feel too bad for the natives. They'll figure it out, but might not be tonight. Now, are the natives going to be having the number 1 pick in the draft? I don't know. Definitely too early to tell on that. But right now, they have a lot to still play for. They haven't rolled over on this season yet. And the Dukes are still putting it on. 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun. Oh, Watson has to just throw it away. 4th and 5. Gonna punt it. And out come the Dukes once again. Hands it off to Neo out of the shotgun, only getting nothing. Staying in the shotgun here. Checking it down to Snyder. Tries to fight through 2 men, but he can't. 3rd and 1 after a pickup of 9. Tomlinson getting way more than they need. Wow, what a great tandem at running back here in Albuquerque. Both guys have some speed. Both guys have some power. Similar builds as far as height, weight. Certainly, Tomlinson's got a few more miles at 27 years old, while Neo's coming in at 21. Well, you got to imagine this could be the start of something really good here in Albuquerque, as if last season wasn't good enough. 1 game off from winning it all. These Dukes are for real, and he hits Richards again for another big first down. Orlando Richards, man. And that's the 2-minute warning. Just like that, this game is flying by. Or should I say hopping? It's moving quick like a bunny. Either way, Smokey throwing it complete. Who else? Orlando Richards. Checking it down to Snyder, just short of the sticks. They might try to put another one in right here before the half. Empty. Oh, he got somebody to jump. Oh, and no, and it looks like Tony Pearson. Yeah, Tony Pearson, who made some interesting comments to the media this week. Clearly not happy with the losing record for the Natives. Pearson was the league's leading sacker last season and was 1 game short of making it to the Rivals Cup. Now he finds himself winless. Wow, Nick Duvall blowing up the play there. Yeah, Tony Pearson. We'll talk a little bit more about him later, see if he can get a sack and earn some more talking time. Right now, Smith under duress hits Josh Mitchell. Taking the timeout. Mitchell had that monster play earlier for the long touchdown. Power set here. They're going to run it. Neo trying to break through but cannot. Looks like they're going to have to kick one in from just a few yards away. Or maybe Coach Shelby goes for it, and he is going to go for it. Lining up with the power again. There's a statement right here, and he gets it. Oh, they're going to say denied. They're going to say he did not get it and was stopped. Neo Judkins looked like he had it. Had to bounce it outside. Makes a huge play and seemingly gets brought down by Watkins. Jimmy Watkins just before crossing the goal line. Huge opportunity there for the Dukes to put this one away before the half, and somehow huge individual effort play by Jimmy Watkins. Now make sure you don't take the sack here. Jeez, could not be any more on the line. Checking it down, gaining 2 yards. Still going to feel like they're at the 1. And just like that, we made it to halftime. It is 21-0, and it's all Albuquerque. Just like that, we are back into it. Return just short of the 20 there. Smokey Smith has had an outstanding first half. 3 touchdowns, well over 200 yards passing. And away we go. 1st and 10, just shy of the 20. Play action, checking it down. Tight end screen, can't go anywhere, loses 2 yards. Looks like we got a little bit of an injury there. Doesn't want to go in the blue tent, just going to try to shake it off. It's Keenan Russell who had that interception earlier. Tipped it to himself. Now finds himself planted on the bench, trying to fight off that injury. Judkins shakes it, bakes it, gets the first down, and then some. Big pickup on 3rd down. First and 10, staying under center. Got an ace formation. Judkins trying to fight off the first tackler, but the rest of the cavalry arrives. Uh-oh, they're dropping like flies now. That's not good. Second and 6. You're watching Throwdown Thursday night here on the Rivals Broadcast Network as Neo Judkins jukes it short of the sticks. I thought he had it. Oh no, going off, holding his wrist. Neo Judkins, the 1. Hopefully we'll be back in just 1 play. Usually when they run off, that's not a great sign. Back to Tomlinson, play action. Smith throws it complete to Mitchell. 300 yards and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Nice feathered throw by Smokey Smith, getting it up over the linebackers, but then gets it to drop quick enough where the DB can't get in there and make a play on it. Nice touch from the face. Pistol hands off to Tomlinson, finds some space off tackle, and gets 11 on 1st, which means it's 1st and 10. Tomlinson still has that 2nd gear, maybe not as fast as Neo, but you can see he's got that 2nd gear. He can pick up the pace real quick. There's Matt Reeves finally making a catch. Been quiet most of the night so far. 2nd and 2. Up the gut, 1st down. Oh no. Got another one here. Everybody's getting hurt all of a sudden. I believe that was Jared Beecham, the tight end. But the starting tight end, Clint Snyder, gets a nice chunk of 5 right there. Pistol set. Got Gary Green in at fullback, blocking for Tomlinson, who's trying to find space but only gets 2 yards there. Russell found his way back into the game after limping off and makes the tackle there. Coming up in the run game and making the play in the pass game. Russell, quite the player at safety on a weak Natives team. Intercepted again, this time in the end zone. Ed Mason getting them sticky picky this time. Dukes were driving it. No problem. Smokey maybe just a little too cavalier. Yeah, kind of double covered there. Trying to get one to Matt Reeves, but forcing it into coverage in the end zone. Might have had something underneath, but either way, it's Natives ball. Usually if you win the turnover game, you win the game, but right now Natives are down by 21 points, even though they're up +2 in the turnover differential. Nice screen pass to Lewis Montana. 2nd and 5. There's still plenty of game left. The Dukes scored 21 in one half. The Natives could score 28 in this half if they really put their mind to it. Montana helping them on that goal. Getting a big chunk of maybe 10 or 11 on the carry there. And more importantly, a big first down. Watson doesn't like something. He's changing it. Hands off to Montana. Getting 5. Those big 5-yard gains, big chunks help. Watson running it himself now, getting the first down, just short of the 50. Would like to see Watson do that a little bit more often. Again, one of the leading rushers at quarterback last season in his Rookie of the Year campaign. Does not run it as much this season. 2nd and 10. Got a trips spread left, but he checks it down. And they're going to get the first down by Richard Clemens in the screen game there. Trying to hurry it up now, going to a pistol look. Watson checking it down to Clemens. Finds space up the sideline. Finally gets knocked out inside the 20. Huge play by Richard Clemens. Watson just dumping it off and Clemens doing the rest. This is exactly what the Natives needed. Keeping, it looks like, Clemens in there instead of Montana. Clemens trying to get cute, trying to shake it out to off tackle, loses 2 yards. Now Montana back in. Running it. Trying to slither forward. He gets 4. They must have your old boy Skip piped into the headsets down there because he's running it more since I told him. Come on, Russ. Run that thing. Sending Ruiz in motion left to right. Oh, and he gets rocked. The bag man this time is Tae Kim. Doing the no man's handshake there to one teammate and then finding his defensive tackle to get the handshake there. They're going to hold him to a field goal, but hey, at least they got some points. That's rookie kicker Addison Vernon, I believe, out of Middle Tennessee State. Someone check me if I'm wrong. Vernon getting the boot off. Return by the Dukes up the gut, past the 20 to the 22. That is a rarity in this league. You do not often see the kickoffs getting out past the 20. But what a game for the Dukes so far. Clint Snyder, Josh Mitchell, Who's the other one? Orlando Richards. Like everybody eats on this Dukes offense. Those guys are getting the touchdowns. Orlando Richards getting a lot of hard-working plays underneath. The running backs finding big chunk 10, 11-yard carries at a time. Snyder going from right to further right as it's just a misdirection. Tomlinson taking it for 2, but not enough. 2nd and 8. No shutout. Smokey got time, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it, takes off, and slides. The face knows how to do the slide, the electric slide. 3rd and 2. It's electric in here. Smokey checks it down quick. Is it complete? It is. Orlando Richards somehow holds on. He's got Stickum in his hands. Yikes. Don't know how he caught that. 1st and 10. Smokey looking, resetting, getting flushed. And that is another sack. It looks like Tim Peterson getting his 2nd sack of the game for the Natives. It's 21-3 here with 2:23 left in the 3rd quarter. Oh. Duvall sniffing that one out, saying I reeled it in. I reeled in a big one. Third and 19, Smokey chucking it. Almost intercepted again. It's Watkins that time making the play deep in the secondary. Gonna force the punt. And the Natives gonna bring it back out. Montana. That's all the guys in the truck want to show you is Lewis Montana. It's the only one who's actually done anything really tonight. Watson's had a couple scrambles, but that is about it. Hands off to Montana again, trying to find space. It just looks at a sea of red. They're going to go back into a bit of a hurry up here, see if they can force the issue. Montana throws it complete. Somehow short of the sticks to Ruiz. I don't know how you make that play. Such a clutch throw in such a weird off-script angle and still short of the sticks. Montana picking up the first and getting down near the 50. Shotgun set, throwing it down. Oh, man. He had Noble streaking down the hash mark, and that is going to put a close on this 3rd quarter. Get your 4s up. It is all Albuquerque here in the rabbit hole on Throwdown Thursday night. 3rd and 6 for Watson. They're just beyond the 50. Checks it down and incomplete. Man, these guys will not catch anything for them. And that's Amani Ellison, a very sneaky waiver wire signing by the Dukes. Amani Ellison is technically a cornerback, but really plays all over the secondary for this defense and is kind of an unsung sort of fifth defensive back. Wherever they need him, he can be the immediate, nickel. He can be the nickel or slot guy. He can be the play safety. He can play boundary corner. Monty Ellison, really good signing by the Dukes. Don't think those veteran guys can't be found to plug and play on the waiver wire. There's a lot of talent in this league, and there's some talent swatting it away as well. It's linebacker Juwan Breston, the young, talented linebacker for the Dukes, making the stop there. Throwing it. Incomplete. They can't hold on. This time it's Cameron McCall, arguably one of the best receivers on the Natives. They are not helping their quarterback out here tonight. Oh, almost picked right there. No fly zone. That's Darnell Benson, the veteran safety, making the stop there. The Natives are forced to try and kick another one, and it's good. The rookie 2 for 2. But they are still pretty far down. You could argue it's a 2-score game, but I won't do that. Here comes Smokey Smith having himself a night. I couldn't remember who the third touchdown was to because he didn't throw a third touchdown. Not yet anyways. Let's see if he can get another one. Under center. Hopefully Neo Judkins is back this quarter, but right now it looks like more Tomlinson only getting a yard on that one. Going off tackle on the run, trying to find space, and he does not. Natives quick to close in on that one. 3rd and 7, staying under center, handing it off again. Huge run. I believe that was Antoine Pollard making an appearance. Wow, 3 straight runs, but they get it. I think Walt Shelby wants to put a bow on this one and hit the locker room or what? Another run. And now, they are running downhill now. Tomlinson, 13 yards on that carry. Ooh, Peterson looked like he jumped off sides there, but they didn't call it. Oh, maybe they did. Yep, they did. I just didn't see the flag. Well, you got to wonder how Peterson has so much success getting this quarterback down tonight. Well, sometimes he's jumping a little early, trying to time up that snap count. First and 5 somehow. Yep. 2nd and 1. Second and 1, staying under center, a big power look, and he gets stopped behind the line. Huge play by Candidate. He's not the Manchurian Candidate, but he is the candidate they need. Oh, so close. It looked like he had it, but just could not bring it in. They're going to go for it anyways. 4th and 1. Snyder can't haul that one in. Coach Shelby making the call, and they stop him again. It looks like he's denied. Tim Peterson and company stopping Tomlinson. This Natives defense has come up huge on both a goal line stand and now one at the 50. Maybe they heard me say it's only a 2-score game. But that would mean they'd have to score a touchdown. If they score a field goal, that is not going to do it anymore. It is tutty or nutty for the Natives. 21-6, 8:55 left in the game. Watson out of the shotgun, throws it, almost intercepted. Gotta be more careful. And who else? Amani Ellison getting his hands dirty. 2nd and 10, Watson staying in next to the quarterback. Ruiz going in motion right to left. Watson going out on a route, throwing it. Watson complete, and he's got him down the sideline. That's Cameron McCall, the tight end. McCall making a big play there. Second and 5, Watson uncorks it, complete. Is that Xavier McGee? It is. Finally, the Natives knocking at the door here. Watson hands off to Montana, who's trying to get off tackle. Cannot get all the way there, but he gets 5. And because it's crunch time, we just paused ads so you can see what happens. Hand off to Montana. No, it's not Montana. It's Middleton. No, it's not Middleton. It's Clemens. I knew I'd get it eventually. Gets the first down. They're going to hurry it up, keeping Clemens in the backfield. Spreading it out here. Watson fires it. Touchdown! Give the fullback some love. The rookie fullback, Matt Foster, out of Michigan. Foster's, it's Australian for touchdown. The fullback, H-back, tight end, shotgun, short hitch route, gets him the touchdown. And it is now much more interesting. 21-12, choosing not to go for the 2-point right now. Leave that to when you really, really need it. Nice return, getting it past the 20. Let's take a look at Josh Mitchell's night. 4 catches, 128 yards, and a touchdown. Gee whiz. Take that from your ex-receiver every single week. Full house formation here for the Dukes. Probably going to go run heavy. No, quarterback keeper gets towards the boundary. Cannot shake the last defender, but a nice 5-yard pickup there before Greg Kennedy manages to bring him down. 2nd and 5. They're going to drip, drip, drip that play clock, and he draws them off sides. No, it's a false start on the offense. I thought he got the line to jump, but it's his own man. It's the wrong line. 2nd and 10. Throwing it here. Complete. Nope, incomplete. He could not hold on. They're going to say he could not complete the catch. Third and 10. Oh, he puts one up deep, and Richards brings it in. Incredible! Incredible throw. Richards has the speed to get underneath it, and he does. Wow. The face just putting one up into the heavens. Just chuck it. Orlando Richards down there somewhere. Fires it over the middle to Snyder, who fights through some tacklers. And just like that, the Dukes are in the red zone. Wow. These Dukes are impressive. Empty set, throws it underneath to Mitchell, gets the first down but cannot get the tutty. Hand off to Tomlinson, gets stopped. The Natives have been here before. They've managed to force a goal line stop just a little while ago. 2nd and goal from about the 4-yard line for the Dukes. 2:40 left in the game. Smokey's going to take this all the way down, bringing Matt Reeves in a little bit of check motion. Pollard getting brought down behind the line. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 5. From the 5. Shotgun set. Intercepted, incredible. Intercepted at the goal line. This game is not over. And Nick Duvall just sitting in a zone. I don't know if Smokey didn't see him or what. But that sticky picky is huge. Now can they go 99 yards, get a touchdown and the 2-point just to tie it up? I don't know. Montana fighting through a couple, getting out 5 yards. That's the hardest 5-yard run I've ever seen. Lewis Montana is a monster, and that's the 2-minute warning. Got to imagine they are going to air it out the rest of the way here. Shotgun set. Watson standing on the 1 yard, standing on the goal line. Fires it complete. That's McCall. You're going to see him pick up the tempo here. We've got 2 timeouts. The Natives are showing they have not rolled over on this season. Watson getting it complete, out of bounds, stop the clock. It's Cam Noble. Second and 3, got Foster at the H-back spot, out on a route, throws it wide open, incredible. Cam McCall again. Pistol set for Watson. Oh, and he gets bagged just in time. Just what they needed. Second and 17. Watson throwing it on the check down. Now going to be 3rd and 17 with just a minute left to play. Watson loads it up, fires it deep, intercepted, that's game! Just like that, the sticky picky works both ways, and this game is over. J.J. Conway getting the sealer. And after what looked like a runaway victory in the first half, the Natives were fighting their way back tooth and nail. But the last nail goes in the coffin on the game for the Natives tonight. And Smokey Smith putting up a lot of yards and a lot of scores, but unfortunately a lot of INTs tonight too. The face is getting a lot of face time, making a lot of receptions, a lot of completions, we'll say. Just unfortunately, a couple of them have been to the wrong color jersey. Shotgun set. Not sure why they're not just making. Yeah, I was going to say, take the run, get the timeout. The dog-faced gremlin, Smokey Smith. I don't know if he's going to like that nickname. But you know what? Doesn't matter. Undefeated still. They're going to have to do something. Probably going to have to punt it away. technically there'll be like 2 seconds left. No, they're going to kick a long field goal, but for Zach Farmer. So as long as they don't miraculously return it for a touchdown. Well, it's good, but they kicked it a second early, so hang on. Not that it's possible now, but, you know, there's no 9-point play in the book. Watson throwing it deep. Almost caught, but it doesn't matter. Like we said, that's going to be the game, even with the holding call. Who cares? It's over. Carl Holt has gotten the holding call, but again, it doesn't matter. The Dukes remain undefeated, but hey, give some credit to a very tough outing by the Natives. Coach Stan Gable may not be the coach for long, but there's clearly a good nucleus for this Natives team. They have just got to find a way to win. Maybe they're just feeling a little abandoned. Either way, they have abandoned another win opportunity tonight. And I'll catch you tomorrow night for some Friday night Forenzy. But for now, let the Dukes soak up the win here at home, moving to 5-0, mostly on the arm, the dog-faced gremlin. It's your boy, Skip Lloyd. Check you next time.